My name is Miss Townsend, and this fall I will be serving as your student teacher. Before we meet in person, I would first like to share a few things about my journey into art education. I was born into a family of opposites. My father was a mild-mannered truck driver who was old-fashioned in every way. He always looked like he had just walked off the set of a Western film. He loved to build and to work with his hands. My mother, on the other hand, was a very vocal, free spirit who loved to sew, decorate our home, and work with children. And so from the very beginning, I was surrounded by those with a passion to create, to build, to contribute to something beautiful and worthwhile. I myself have been making art since I could pick up a pencil, or dip my hands into paint, or build little castles out of mud. Anything messy, really. That always worked the best. Making art has always been a sort of magical endeavor for me. That curious act of creating something entirely new using only my eyes, my hands, my mind, and a bit of charcoal. I think that all of us are born with the possibility to create beautiful things, just as we were born with the possibility to understand and use language. Art itself is a sort of language, isn't it? And isn't it amazing how masses of people who come from all sorts of different places in the world, with different languages and customs, can look on a single work of art and understand it, at least a part of it, and say, "Wow, isn't that beautiful?" When I was 5 years old, my little brother came into the world, and I was simply ecstatic. It was so wonderful to suddenly have this tiny little human with whom I could share my own experiences and offer any scrap of wisdom I could muster. In addition to my parents encouraging me to pursue my passion for art, it was my little brother who helped me discover my second and equal passion for teaching. He was my first student, and I was his. In school, I jumped at any opportunity that came along to make and share my art with others. I have always been an exceptionally quiet person, but as a child, I had lots of anxiety when it came to being in crowds, or speaking in front of other people, or speaking to any person, really. I was so afraid of communication, or rather, I was afraid of being misunderstood, of making mistakes and being laughed at. But when I could draw or paint, all of my anxiety floated away, because what I was thinking could be better translated through my hands than through my mouth, and I could finally share my thoughts with others without trepidation. Soon after I graduated high school and began college at UTSA as a fine arts major, I quickly returned to my old alma mater to serve as a volunteer, and after that I became a substitute teacher. In addition, I've also served as a tutor and a mentor for middle school students as a part of the Communities in Schools program, which serves to help keep students in school and on the path to success in life. To close, I would like to share a quote from the National Standards for Arts Education. "The arts have been an inseparable part of the human journey. Indeed, we depend on the arts to carry us toward the fullness of our humanity. We value them for themselves, and because we do, we believe knowing and practicing them is fundamental to the healthy development of our children's minds and spirits. That is why, in any civilization, ours included, the arts are inseparable from the very meaning of the term education. We know from long experience that no one can claim to be truly educated who lacks basic knowledge and skills in the arts."